It was a Soviet prototype of a 4-engine supersonic strategic bomber developed by the Myasishchev design office during the 50s. The aircraft was intended to be equipped with the long-range supersonic cruise missile 1061, also developed by this company. The M-50, which first flew in October of 1959, never entered service. Today, one of its two prototypes rests in the Monino Air Force Museum. Welcome to Aviation World's Aeropedia, a new video series. The origins of this aircraft begin in 1956. From an original development project of the Myasishchev design office to design an airplane. A strategic supersonic, experimental, heavy, long-range and very powerful design bomber. 410 reactor being built, two of these large bombers for testing new technologies. The first prototype, created for test flights, used two Dobrynin BD 7 turbojet engines without afterburning on the outer part of each wing, at the wingtips, winglets, and two afterburning BD 7F turbojets in the inner positions, under pylons on the wing. Its first test flight was carried out on October 27, 1959. A second aircraft, designated M-52, had almost the same design but carried Subet turbofan engines. The front part of the M-52 had been redesigned. Instead of the tandem cockpit of the M-50 with row seats, the M-52 had a wider cockpit, with two pilots sitting next to each other. The second aircraft was finished but never flew. It was a design for a long-range heavy supersonic bomber with a truncated delta wing. It had a maximum takeoff weight of 200 tons with a range of 7,400 kilometers. Its maximum speed was 1,950 kilometers per hour. And it had the capacity to carry up to 30,000 kilograms of armament in internal bays. For its time, this supersonic bomber M-50 was a very advanced aircraft. Its structure was characterized by the combination of large delta wings with conventional rear stabilizers, different from Western designs of supersonic bombers, like the ones we've already seen on the channel, the B-58, Hassler and the Dazong Mirage. 4 videos that I leave you up to the right in the cards. The crew, made up of a pilot and co-pilot sitting in tandem one behind the other, boarded the cockpit through hatches under the fuselage, in seats that lowered with a special hydraulic mechanism. The crew climbed up with external stairs and sat in these new models of elevator seats, and then they automatically went up to take them to the cockpit. It was designed with a huge internal weapons bay in the center of its circular and elongated fuselage, where the main wings were also connected between the front and rear landing gear, which allowed it to carry a payload of 30 tons of conventional or nuclear bombs as well as missiles. Although it was planned from its initial development that this supersonic bomber would be equipped with the new 1000 Myasishchev 1061 missile to be launched from the weapons cargo bay. The central fuselage was circular and elongated like a missile and had thin wings for high speeds mounted on the top of the fuselage. Built with a new welding system to hide the rivets and joints of the aluminum and titanium sheets, with very thin ailerons and control surfaces. The landing gear, large and heavy with 4 wheels, consists of 2 main ones under the central fuselage, located in tandem, one behind the other, with the weapons cargo bay in the center. Supported by 2 small secondary landing gears with 2 wheels, which were located under the wings next to the external engines. This to improve the stability of the plane in a similar way to the Western bomber Boeing B-52 Stratofortress E-52 Stratofortress. The front landing gear with 4 wheels was higher to tilt the front of the plane and improve its lift. It had been designed as scale models in modern wind tunnels and using the first computer programs to achieve good high-speed flight performance. And also a scale model was mounted on the tip of a missile cone to test its resistance to high speeds. Despite the fact that the 1050 bomber had great performance, a large combat range, and was equipped with the 1061 missile that had a range of 100 kilometers, conventional and nuclear weapons capability and supersonic speed, although not as high as expected in the initial test flights. The program was cancelled as the Soviet authorities during the time of Nikita Khrushchev tilted their support to finance the construction of a new arsenal of intercontinental ballistic missiles, as they considered them more reliable and economical than supersonic strategic bombers. It is also believed that the design of the M-50 had many problems in its structure when performing supersonic flights. Like most of the strategic supersonic bomber projects from the early 60s, the M-50 and 52 program was terminated due to the development of intercontinental ballistic missiles and the priority assigned to the Soviet aerospace program. Until a new video, remember that you can request the aircraft you would like to see, both civilian and military, by writing it below in the comments. Until next time, I'm Marcos, and this is the world of aviation's Aeropedia.